Oh friends, I want to speak to you about freedom that does not arrive by force, but by understanding. There is a captivity so comfortable that it forgets it is a cage, and a freedom so frightening that it looks like death. The merchant loved his parrot deeply. He fed it, protected it, and kept it safe from harm. The parrot lacked nothing except the sky, and because it was fed and admired, its longing remained hidden even from itself. This is how gentle prisons endure. They feel like care. The merchant prepared for a journey and asked each servant what gift they desired. When he turned to the parrot, the bird did not ask for gold or food. It asked for a message to be delivered to the parrots of its homeland. The request seemed small, even foolish. The merchant agreed easily, not knowing that he was carrying more than words. He was carrying a question that comfort could not answer. What does it mean to be alive? O seekers, notice how the parrot did not demand freedom. It did not accuse. It did not rebel. It asked only to be remembered among its own kind. Longing often speaks indirectly, especially when it fears punishment. The merchant, confident in his kindness, did not suspect danger. He believed love and possession could coexist peacefully. He did not yet understand that love which owns eventually suffocates what it protects. When the merchant reached the distant land and delivered the parrot's message, one of the wild parrots fell to the ground, motionless. Shocked and distressed, the merchant believed he had caused harm. He lamented, grieved, and carried guilt back with him. He did not realize that what he had witnessed was not death, but instruction. Freedom often teaches through imitation, not explanation. Oh friends, when the merchant returned and told his parrot what had happened, the parrot trembled and then fell silent, still, lifeless. The merchant was devastated. He believed his care had killed what he loved most, and in his grief, he opened the cage to remove the body. At that moment, the parrot sprang to life, flew into the open air, and disappeared into the sky. The cage stood empty, revealing itself for what it had always been. O seekers, the parrot learned freedom by watching death performed wisely. The wild parrot had shown it the only language captivity understands. Stillness so complete, it breaks attachment. The parrot did not escape by force. It escaped by letting go of what bound it, its role, its charm, and its voice. As long as it spoke beautifully, it remained valuable and imprisoned. Silence became its liberation. I tell you this because many of you are imprisoned by what makes you admired. Your talents, your roles, and your usefulness become golden bars. You are praised for staying where you are. You are rewarded for not leaving. And because the cage is lined with comfort, you fear the risk of flight. Freedom begins the moment you stop performing for approval. O beloved ones, the merchant was not cruel. He was loving in the only way he knew. But love that cannot release becomes possession. Possession fears loss more than it honors life. When the cage opened, the merchant learned that love does not die when it lets go. It is transformed. What leaves your control may finally enter its truth. The parrot's silence was not deception. It was wisdom. It understood that argument would fail. Explanation would not open the cage. Only surrender, appearing to die to what was expected, could loosen the grip of care mistaken for ownership. Freedom often requires the courage to disappoint those who love you as you are, rather than as you must become. Oh friends, there are cages you inhabit willingly. You call them responsibility, loyalty, identity. Some are necessary for a time, but when the time comes to fly, clinging to them becomes betrayal of the soul. Freedom does not ask permission. It waits for readiness. And readiness often arrives disguised as loss. The merchant watched the parrot disappear and was left with silence. That silence taught him what kindness alone had not. To love is not to keep. To care is not to confine. True love opens its hand and risks emptiness. Only then can what it loves live fully. O seekers, if you feel restless in a place where you are praised, fed, and protected, listen carefully. That restlessness is not ingratitude. It is a memory awakening. Somewhere within you, a wild voice remembers the sky. Do not silence it too quickly. Freedom may ask you to be misunderstood, to lose comfort, to fall silent before you can rise. The parrot did not return to thank the merchant. Freedom does not owe explanations. It flies because it must. And when it does, it teaches those left behind that love without release is only a beautiful cage. When the cage opens, even in grief, the sky finally becomes possible. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for the next episodes.